Hi there, welcome back to another Text and Talk, Stellaris Dev Diary 79. Ship component and balance changes, or naked corvettes get dressed. What is this about? It's first about dressing the corvettes, aka a rebalancing of the naked corvette that was like too good for its coast. And of all the little components of a ship. Then we're about missile retargeting. So a new functionality was added to missiles that their overkill is reduced. They will retarget ships. What is that about? Then destroyer combat behavior. Destroyers were a little bit bad because for a picket ship they had too cautious combat behavior. They were just not at the front line where they were needed. This is gonna be changed. So let's get to the point. What about the dressing the corvettes thing? What is that? I mean, probably a few or maybe most of you have heard, and there have been videos again and again and again about how corvettes beat everything. And this should now end. What have they done now? They have increased the costs of the corvette to 100 instead of 60, so the base cost was raised. And now the components cost, especially for the advanced components, was majorly cut down. So for example, the blue laser, that is much better than the red laser, only costs 16% more now instead of 100% more. Similar changes to utility and required components, and many components had their base cost majorly slashed. So it should always be worthwhile to use those hard-earned technologies to upgrade your ships. So finally, technology is an advantage in war. Crazy thing. So there were also some more general balance changes. That flak now is a point defense slot weapon, which absolutely makes sense as it was a point defense mechanic. Strikecraft had their evasion buffed, making them harder to bring down quickly without mass PD. Well, Strikecraft wasn't good at the start, so it's good that they got a little buff. Then missiles and Strikecraft had their speed majorly increased, so they will no longer take so long to reach the enemy once the fireworks start. All good. I think Strikecraft needed a buff, and that's really, I want to use the Strikecraft. It's so cool. I mean, have you played StarCraft? With the carriers, like I like that image, and it's just cool. Like with Protoss ships annihilating it all. Yeah, we want to get in there. We want to have Protoss in Stellaris too. Do you want to have Protoss? There must be a mod for that, right? Then Tier 1 weapons were rebalanced to make mass drivers no longer the best choice in every situation at the start of the game. Yay, they were. So that's going to lead to some difficulties for some players, especially at the highest difficulty. That is gonna be tough, because you can get, so to say, fucked. I'm sorry. You can't get really, majorly screwed by the random generator. So, missile retargeting, what is that? You can see here, you not only have a range now, you also have a retargeting range. So, once enough of missiles hit a ship, the ship dies, and the other half of the missiles had self-destructed. But that is now not so anymore. The missiles have a retargeting range, so if the original target dies, they will seek out another target within that retargeting range. So they will retarget at least once, can potentially retarget multiple times, though each time after the first is less likely. So this is about to a likelihood. And yeah, it absolutely makes sense. I think it's a good system. We'll see if it works out good. Hopefully it works out good, because yeah, that was the problem about missiles. Like, your fleet focusing everything and then just screwing up because missiles. Yeah, because missiles need time to fly. Or the same goes for torpedoes. Yeah, so also there is changes to the targeting algorithm. Along with the missile retargeting, it is now less optimal, so it's not focusing that much anymore, which makes sense to reduce the kind of overkill. And the weapons will switch targets to their optimal counter targets, but they will need time for that. So this doesn't mean they will always keep firing at the same ship. So they will focus in a more intelligent kind of way, as there's randomness involved, just that they're more likely to. So should be able to finish ships now. I mean, it's still a strange system because you don't know how this really works. You should be somehow able to concentrate your fire, but there's such a big mass of ships that it's probably impossible to really make groups that should focus other ships, because you have, at the end game, you have like hundreds and thousands of ships against each other, and it's impossible. Like if you take Master of Orion, for example, Master of Orion 2, the old space game, you didn't have a problem there, but of course war and like the battleground in space was a major part of it, which is not the case in Stellaris. Stellaris is a grand strategy game, so maybe it's not that much of a problem. It's still frustrating to think about for many people. So it might be addressed in a future patch. Then we have the destroyer combat behavior. What is that? So they were meant to be picket ships that can be fitted with a lot of point defense. Their cautious combat behavior meant though that the cruisers and corvettes would charge ahead of them straight into enemy missiles and strike craft, resulting in their PD being of little use. So they would effectively only guard battleships. So you could make in turn a destroyer battleship army, maybe, but something else wouldn't make sense, because yeah, they were just not far enough to the front. They could defend themselves, and that was like it. So that is going to be changed as well. So how could we sum that up? Like dressing the corvettes, it makes like a salad. Now if you take the corvettes state at the moment, it's like green salad. You beat everything with green salad. Green salad is the best choice for everyone to eat at the moment. Now you're adding some tomatoes, you're adding some onions, you're adding some mushrooms, you're adding some sauce maybe. So it's an advanced thing. So the corvettes get dressing, and it tastes better. I think it tastes better. So it's not only nutritious, it also tastes better. And I think it is bitter taste to not be able to beat everything with naked corvettes. So about missile retargeting, how could we sum that up? It's like it's not losing everything. But I mean, it's like probably like a you want to buy something, or you want to buy a bunch of milk cans or something like that. You want to buy a bunch of Diet Cokes, and you want that in a restaurant, and then you order like 10, I don't know, for all your friends and you pay in advance because you're in a McDonald's or something, and then they say, hey, yeah, we cannot give you some money back, but here you have like 5 soft drinks, thank you. Or it's like these annoying parking slot machines, like that don't give you your change back. These things, yeah, you have a lot of them in Germany. It's like crazy. They're everywhere, and you don't get your change back. It's just you have to pay for like 3 hours, even if you're only there 30 minutes, and this is going to be fixed by missile retargeting. So what I want to say is we need missiles in parking slot... No, we need missiles that target the parking slots machine in Germany. Because they are so annoying. And destroyer combat behavior. How can we sum that up? It's like you have a bodyguard, like you're a very good politician or something, or a big star, and you have a bodyguard, and like the bodyguard always says, "Hey, no, you go first. You go first. I have your back. I have your back." Yeah, I know the back is basically your home or something, or the safe car you come out, but I have your back. And your back only. No, you can go to the front, it's okay, I have your back. So that's the timid bodyguard. So the timid bodyguard is now a real bodyguard and will probably try to save you too. By jumping in front of you, not like staying behind you, and when you're hit, he says, "Hey, that was a good hit, really? And now I can take down the people that shot you because they have no more ammo in their weapon." Like that would be the former destroyer. And now you have a real guy like charging in front of you, possibly with a anti-bullet jacket. So that's what it is. So well, and next week it's gonna be a big one, so they might talk about the coming story pack. I'm really excited to see what it is. It will be a lot about robots, I expect. Maybe you will see some portraits. It's all gonna be... It sounds like a really fun thing. While this is something that is direly needed, there's gonna be a fun thing coming probably in the next Dev Diary. So thank you for watching. If you like this, just subscribe to stay in contact. I'll be happy to have you here. And yeah, we'll see each other in another episode of a Let's Play in Stellaris. Oh, well, next week for the Dev Diary. It's mostly always Thursday, and it's not always at the same time, but it's... yeah, I'll try to make it. For you, have a great time until then, and happy gaming.